You trained for the career. Now build the business. This is the Muse Spring Minute, where aspiring tax professionals learn to launch and scale their own practice. Here's your host, Jason Carr.
If you're planning to prepare tax returns next season, August is a month where your business starts to become real. You don't need a full client list yet. You do need a simple pipeline, a clear message, and a repeatable way to let people know that you're building a professional tax preparation business. A lot of new tax preparers wait too long to talk about their business. They study in silence, they buy software in silence, they think through logos, business names, pricing, and maybe even websites, all in silence. Then January arrives and they suddenly need clients. That's a hard way to build. August gives you time to build awareness before people are actively looking for a tax preparer. That matters because trust takes repetition. Most people do not hand over tax documents the first time they hear your name. They need to see you show up consistently. They need to understand who you help. They need to believe you're taking this seriously. So today I want to give you a simple August client pipeline plan. The goal is not to become famous. The goal is to become findable, referable, and memorable before tax season. The first step is to pick your first audience. Don't start by saying, I prepare tax returns for everyone. That may be technically true, especially in your first year, but it's not very useful as a marketing message. People remember specifics. You might start with W-2 employees who have side income. You might start with teachers, nurses, rideshare drivers, home-based business owners, or parents who need a straightforward family return. You might focus on people in your local community who want a preparer who explains things clearly and does not make them feel embarrassed. Your first audience does not have to be your favorite niche. It is simply the group you're going to speak to first. A good first audience has three qualities. You know where to find them, you understand the problems they are likely to have, you can explain your service in plain language. For example, I help first-year side hustlers get their tax return organized without guessing what counts as income or expenses. That is much stronger than simply, I do taxes. The second step is to create one simple offer for early interest. In August, you may not be ready to take full tax season appointments, and that's fine. You can still invite people into your pipeline. Your offer might be a tax season interest list. It might be a free 15-minute readiness call in September. It might be a simple checklist called What to Organize Before Tax Season. It might be an early bird appointment list for January and February. The point is to give people a small next step. Most new preparers make the mistake of jumping straight from I exist to hire me. That is too big of a leap for someone who is not thinking about tax season yet. Instead, give them a reason to raise their hand. You can say, I'm building my client list for the upcoming filing season. If you want help getting organized before January, I'm putting together a simple early interest list. That sentence does a lot of work. It tells people what you do. It makes your business sound active. It creates a reason to respond before tax season. The third step is to build your referral list. In your first year, referrals may be more valuable than paid ads. Make a list of 25 people who already know you, trust you, or interact with the audience you want to serve. That list might include friends, former coworkers, small business owners, insurance agents, real estate agents, bookkeepers, hairstylists, fitness coaches, church contacts, community leaders, and local nonprofit organizers. Then send a short, direct message, something like this. I am launching a professional tax preparation business for the upcoming filing season. I'm starting with individuals and small business owners who want organized, clear, and responsive help. If you know someone who may need a preparer this year, I would appreciate the introduction. That is enough. You do not need to oversell. You don't need a long explanation. You're making people aware that you're available and referable. The fourth step is to post one helpful piece of content each week in August. 4 weeks, 4 posts. And keep them simple. Week 1, announce that you're building your tax preparation business. Week 2, share a basic organizer tip, like keeping income documents, expense records, and prior year returns in one folder. Week 3 is to explain who you're a good fit for. And then week 4, invite people to join your early interest list or schedule a readiness call. Your content does not need to sound like a tax textbook. In fact, it definitely shouldn't. Speak like a helpful guide. You might say, if you started a side hustle this year, do not wait until tax season to figure out where your income and expense records are. Create one folder now add bank statements, payment app records, receipts, mileage notes, and any 1099 forms when they arrive. That type of content shows competence without overwhelming people. The fifth step is to create a simple tracking system. This can be a spreadsheet. It does not need to be anything fancy. Create columns for name, source, contact information, likely return type, status, next step, and notes. So if someone says, I might need help this year, add them. If someone asks about pricing, add them. If someone says, my sister needs a tax person, add the referral source and the possible client. Your pipeline is not just confirmed clients. It's everyone who has shown interest, asked a question, or might need a follow-up. That matters because new preparers lose opportunities through lack of follow-up. Someone expresses interest in August, and by January, the preparer forgot the conversation happened. Your tracking system prevents that. The sixth step is to schedule September follow-ups before August ends. At the end of August, review your list. Who needs a message? Who should get your organizer checklist? Who asked to be contacted later? Who mentioned a small business, rental property, side hustle, or life change? Send a short follow-up in September. You can say, I'm starting to organize my calendar for the upcoming tax season. You had mentioned that you may want help this year, so I wanted to reconnect before the rush. That is professional, it's timely, and it gives people a chance to act before January. The seventh step is to keep your promises small and deliver it well. In your first season, your reputation will come from responsiveness, organization, and clarity. You don't need to position yourself as the most advanced tax expert in your market. You need to be the preparer who communicates clearly, sets expectations, uses a process, and knows when a return or issue is outside your scope. And that last part matters. A professional preparer does not pretend to know everything. A professional preparer recognizes complexity, asks better questions, and refers out when the issue crosses into territory that requires a licensed professional or a more experienced specialist. That is one of the reasons I built MuseSpring the way I did. The Tax Business Blueprint program is designed to help new preparers learn the tax preparation work, but also learn how to think like a business owner. That means client intake, workflow, pricing, scope, documentation, and risk awareness. You're not just trying to get through returns, you're building a professional practice. If August feels early, that's exactly why it works. By January, people are busy. They are stressed. They are reacting. In August, you can start calm. You can plant the seed. You can create your first list. You can build trust before everyone needs something immediately. So your August assignment is simple. Pick your first audience, create one early interest offer, contact 25 people, post once a week, track every lead, schedule September follow-ups. That is a client pipeline. Simple, practical, and built before tax season pressure starts. I'm Jason Carr. Thanks for listening to the MuseSpring Minute.
Thanks for listening to the MuseSpring Minute. Subscribe and leave a review so other future tax pros can find the show. The MuseSpring Minute is produced by MuseSpring LLC for educational and informational purposes only and does not constitute legal or tax advice. For guidance specific to your situation, consult a qualified professional. MuseSpring LLC is not a law firm.